Do you want to develop a brand online, but you feel unqualified because you don't have a degree or a credential in the specific topic you want to talk about? Most of us were told the path was to get a degree, get a job, and then earn credibility. However, that is starting to change. When you watch your favorite content creators, have you ever stopped and asked yourself, I wonder what degree they have, or I hope they're credentialed in the topic? Chances are probably not. In this current era, people are resonating with messages based on lived experiences, not degrees and certifications. In this video, I'm going to explain why you should take this opportunity to turn your lived experiences and knowledge into income. It took me about 4 years from the time I decided I wanted to start a YouTube channel to get to the point where I started becoming consistent. During those 4 years, I pivoted so much. I started a couple different YouTube channels in different topics within spirituality, mindset work, and I even dabbled with tarot readings. The main thing that held me back was believing I wasn't qualified enough to teach those topics. What I realized is that a lot of people aren't looking for qualified, they're looking for people who can speak to their needs and solve a specific pain point. As for me, I'm on here to help people break through limiting beliefs and self doubt so they can start their online business. Disclaimer: I don't have a degree in limited beliefs or online business, and my education is in international studies, and my professional background has been in customer service and security operations. However, while I may not have a credential for the specific thing I am talking about, and I don't think there would be one anyway, I have authority in the topic based on my lived experience. To be honest, I'm not sure of the demographic of people who will watch this video, but if you are younger and in school, just realize that the most important part of your education is going to be the experience and knowledge you gain from the real world setting. That's why it's harder for fresh grads to get into the workforce. That's why an audience will value a real transformation you are able to articulate. Whether you're in school or just graduated or 10 years into a career that has nothing to do with what you want to talk about online, none of it disqualifies you. So what I mean by focusing on your lived experience is talking about what transformation you have undergone yourself that you can articulate to an audience. Have you found how to generate additional sources of income? Have you lost weight after having a baby and working a full-time job? I decided to lean on my personal experience dealing with limiting beliefs, self sabotage, and holding yourself back because I believe that's the most valuable information I have to help someone transform into the best version they want to be. Before I go further, I just want to clarify that I'm not anti-education at all. I've invested a lot into education myself. And there are many fields where specific credentialing and schooling really do matter, such as the medical field, engineering, etc. Also, school can help someone develop critical thinking skills, presentation skills, and broad experiences that can help enrich an individual. My aim is to not discredit education at all, but to encourage someone who wants to start an online business, not let the feeling of being unqualified stop them. In the rise of AI, there are negative aspects, but there are also positive aspects. Using AI as a tool to help get your message out there and to potentially monetize the knowledge and experience you already have levels the playing field. Here's what I mean practically. When I first started thinking about building an online business, I thought I needed a whole team, an editor, a copywriter, someone to help me build an offer. That felt expensive and out of reach. AI removes that barrier. You can use it to outline your video scripts, draft your offer descriptions, brainstorm content ideas, and even figure out how to articulate your story clearly. Everything still needs to come from you, though: your experience, your voice, your truth. But AI can essentially be your free creative team. It's never been easier for a regular person to get started without a big budget. And here's the mistake I made that I don't want you to make. I spent years thinking I needed to have some special business insight before I could start. I thought I needed to figure out the right niche. I have a perfectly polished brand and know exactly how everything was going to work before I put anything out. What I realized is that none of that was the real barrier. The real barrier was that I didn't believe in my experience enough and didn't think it was valuable enough on its own. But it is. And yours is too. It's no longer about having the most prestigious background. It's about how well you can communicate a transformation. I know one of the biggest hurdles for me was figuring out what the heck do I offer? That is a valid question to ask. The answer to that question is to teach from your old self. If you don't already have a product or service to sell, then offer help to complete the transformation that you did. So, for instance, I started tapping into the person I was 4 years ago who wanted to start doing an online business but was stuck, unsure, and hesitant. So, the transformation I'm helping with is to go from stuck, unsure, and hesitant to actually starting. Another example, let's say you overcame your fear of public speaking. You don't have to be a world class speaker and give TED Talks. You can speak from your experience going from fearful to a competent public speaker. So here's what I want you to do right now. Even if you're just watching this on your couch, ask yourself these three questions. Number one, what's a problem I've solved that took me way longer than it should have? That struggle and the lesson you pulled from it is valuable to teach someone who's still in it. Question two, what do people in my life actually come to me For advice about. Not what you think you're supposed to be good at. What do people actually ask you? Question three, what do I wish someone had told me 3 to 5 years ago that would have saved me time, money, or pain? That answer is probably your offer. You don't have to have it all figured out today, but those three questions will start pointing you towards the transformation that you're already qualified to help someone else through. In conclusion, nobody's watching their favorite creator and asking for a resume. They're asking, does this person get it? And you already get it because you lived it. The version of you that helps someone else with their transformation. She's not waiting on a degree, she's waiting on you to decide.